Okay, I think the microphone's working now. Hopefully people are gonna watch me and see whether or not. I'm just gonna wait for some people to come online to see if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome to Finding Wendy. Ha! Sound! Yay! The sound is back. Fantastic. All right, good. So welcome to Finding Wendy, and this is my 2-year Surgiversary update. And I wanted to just do a live broadcast today because, you know, as we know, everything is changing rapidly here with COVID-19 all over the world. Hello from Germany. Well, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a cousin who lives in Hamburg, and I just played live on Facebook. Follow my Finding Wendy Facebook page or like my Facebook page, and you'll see all my live Facebook performances. And actually, I should just share it to my Finding Wendy page right now on my phone. And anybody can watch any of my live streaming performances that I've been doing for the last week. Oh, hello from Pakistan. Well, that's cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me. I really enjoy doing these Finding Wendy videos, and certainly it's. Let me just share this to my page, my Finding Wendy page. Finding Wendy. There we go. I just shared it. Okay, so look on my Finding Wendy Facebook page, like it, and then you can watch all my live concerts that I've been playing every day here from my living room, trying to stay self-isolate myself from COVID-19. And we don't have that many cases yet here in Canada. We don't have that many deaths. We have 10 deaths, but just in the last 5 days, we've gone from 200 or 300 cases to over 2,000 cases. So it's rapidly, the wave is going up. The curve is going up. It's not flatlining yet. You know, the hashtag flatline the curve. Well, anyways, I wanted to do a live broadcast today and take anybody's questions. I'm just going to be posting on Facebook as well as Instagram right now at the same time. So if I'm looking down at my phone to alert everybody on Instagram to please follow me live here on my Facebook page. Let me see. I can do a little video here. I'll just do a little video of. Hey, follow me live right now on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Finding Wendy, youtube.com/Finding Wendy. I'm doing a live update today from my house on my 2-year Surgiversary. So check in now. It's now 2:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, follow me live right now. All right, so I'm live. I'm live on YouTube. Sorry, everybody hang in there. Type your questions in the meantime about your own weight loss journey, if you're on a weight loss journey, and I'll tell you a little bit about mine. Oh, you have curfew in Germany. Wow. Okay, no, we don't have that yet. So basically, 2 years ago, November 2018, I started my own dieting, and then I had my surgery, my vertical sleeve surgery, on March 20th, 2018. My starting weight was 450 pounds. My surgery weight was 375 pounds. And today I weigh 220 pounds. So I basically have lost 230 pounds in 2 years. And my Surgiversary was on Friday. It was 2-year Surgiversary. So Yeah. So, anyways, hopefully there'll be more people joining us, and please tell me your questions. Acapulco from Germany, from Hamburg, and from Kiel. Oh, Kiel, 100 kilometers in the north of Hamburg. Oh, you're using OptiFast. Oh, okay. Do you have any questions about OptiFast? Because I was on OptiFast for a month, and because I had vertical sleeve surgery, we actually didn't have a choice. With the surgeon here in our Ontario Bariatric program decides your surgery for you if you're going to have a sleeve or bypass RNY. And so the OptiFast is something I had to be on for a month before my surgery, and during that month, I lost 50 pounds in a month on OptiFast, and because I started the OptiFast at 400 pounds, no, I lost 25 pounds. Or did I lose 425? I can't remember. No, I was 425. In my surgery, I was 375. So I lost 50 pounds in 1 month on being on OptiFast. But as you know, the heavier you are, the faster you lose weight. And this program on TV called My 600-Pound Life with Dr. Nazaudin or Dr. Now, of all these people that are 600 plus, that you see that they lose 100 pounds in a month. So now that I've slowed right down, I'm past my bariatric honeymoon, and I've been basically stable for the last 6 months at around 220, 222, 224. And I don't know if I'll ever get into Wonderland, but it doesn't seem to be as important now that I get into Wonderland, because I just feel so much better than I used to feel. I mean, at 450 pounds, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't walk. I couldn't cook. I couldn't stand in the kitchen. I couldn't even wipe my ass. I mean, I was just basically an invalid on a couch at 450 pounds. So my life is so much better now than it was 2 years ago, and doing so much more. And this week actually is the first week that I've been walking without my cane. Because I had multiple surgeries to have my hip replaced last September, and the incision got infected 3 times. So I had to have the replacement 3 times. And so I've been walking with a cane since the surgery, which was 6 months ago in September. And this week is the first week I've been walking without my cane. So I do feel a lot of muscle pain. And with the social distancing and the whole COVID-19 thing, with all the closures of the gyms, I've been going to the gym a lot in these last few months, and it's been helping me not so much lose weight, but stay on track. And the gym, thank you, Christina Francisco. Your progress is incredible. Thank you so much for joining me in Nida's Makeup Counter, or Nita's Makeup Counter. Thank you very much for joining me today. Take a sip of water. By the way, please follow me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page called Finding Wendy. You can like it, and you can see all the videos that I've been posting this week, playing my horn, because I'm a retired professional musician. Yeah, we have to flatline this curve for sure with the COVID-19, and I'm actually very, very concerned about the United States and the lack of healthcare system that they have. And that was just something that they talked about today as well, that it's really obvious that they have really no infrastructure to battle this pandemic. And I feel very fortunate to be living here in Canada, and that we do have a fantastic healthcare system, and we do have a really on-the-ball government that is making sure that we all stay healthy and practice healthy things to do. So the social distancing, all the restaurants, all the bars are closed. The streets here in downtown Toronto are completely bare. Toronto is the fourth largest, the third or the fourth largest? I think the third largest city in North America. I think the first is New York, second is LA, third is Toronto, fourth is Chicago. So yeah, we have over 10 million people here in the city of Toronto. And Canada, there's I think 36 million people living in Canada, but a third of them live right here in Toronto. Because the rest of the country, you have Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Winnipeg, Quebec City, you know, but they're not nearly as big as Toronto. Well, thank you for that you follow me on Facebook, Christina, and have enjoyed my performances. Does anybody have any questions? Because you know, I'm starting to get hoarse here. Post your questions about what I do, what my typical eating day is like, and how I'm keeping up with the maintenance, and how I'm keeping up with not gaining any weight. I have a routine with what I'm eating pretty well, almost the same thing every day. It's getting kind of boring. I need to make some changes, but I cook and prepare my meals every day. I don't eat out at all. I don't go to restaurants at all. Well, we can't anymore anyway. But for example, this morning for breakfast, I just had a bowl of cereal with fresh strawberries. And no, I don't exercise right now because it's too cold. I was exercising outside. I was using our off-leash gym to exercise with my dog, and now it's too cold because it's like -5 degrees here in Toronto, so it's too cold to go outside and exercise. But you know, you don't lose weight from exercising. You lose weight from eating less, from making sure you track your food. And I've said this over and over and over again in all of my videos, that I track my food using this app on my phone that's called My Net Diary. And I track my food every day with this app. And I try not to go over 1,200 calories a day. And so the moment I, you know, get up, I track my food, but this app also tracks my exercise, and it tells you. So, for example, what I have for breakfast usually is a cup of coffee, and then I have either cereal, half a cup of cereal, with half a cup of milk, and then I also have rice crackers with dark chocolate hummus that I discovered at Costco, and it's delicious. I have 2 tablespoons of hummus on the rice crackers. Sometimes I have a couple of eggs with some bacon. Like yesterday, I had bacon and eggs, no bread, bacon and eggs for breakfast, and that was nice. I really love bacon and eggs. And then sometimes I just have a protein drink for lunch. And then for dinner, almost every single day, I eat a salad. Yesterday, I thought I'm going to eat something warm because I was home. And I I caramelized some onions. I cut up an onion. Julienned, I think is the word, an onion. And fried that in butter in a frying pan, added a bit of salt and a bit of sugar, and caramelized some onions, and then added some chicken to it, and then had that with a salad, which was nice. And I have leftovers, so I'm going to have that again tonight. But basically, I make myself a Greek salad or a salad with strawberries and a few nuts. And again, I just make sure that I don't go over the 1,200 mark. At night, when I come home from work, because I'm still working, by the way, I work in a job where I am on the phone. So it's a call center for the Canadian Opera Company. And there's just 4 of us in the office, and we're all 30 feet apart from each other. I have my own sort of office carrel that has my own phone and my own stapler and my own computer. So I'm not touching anybody and not getting in anybody's face at all. And, oh, are you able to eat larger portions? Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. It is a huge difference, for sure, between the first 6 months and now 2 years out. In the first 6 months, you could only eat very small portions. It's true, and and so I warn you, definitely you can eat way more food now 2 years out. And Christina, she uses the Fitness Pal. And yeah, for sure, it's eye-opening when you see the amounts of carbs, proteins, and fats you eat. I do eat carbs, but I try to stay around 100, 120 grams of carbs per day. I do track my protein; it's between 60 and 100. I don't track my fats really.
It's 3:00.
It's 3 o'clock. My computer's telling me. After the OptiFast program, I had not looked any more so much after the food. I hold my weight and I am contented with it. Well, that's great. That's great. Did you, and this is Akelpuko. I wish I knew your name. Anyway, this gentleman from Germany is doing well, and he said that he was good with the OptiFast program, but to sneeze. Did you actually have the surgery though? Okay, I call you Toto. All right, not Toto, but Toto. All right, Toto. Did you have surgery, and which surgery did you have? I had the VSG surgery. Just blowing my nose here. Oh yeah. So, anyways, thank you. It's just allergies. Just allergies. It's dry. I have my humidifier on, but anyways. Thank you, Christina. Anybody have any more questions? So I talked about my food. I highly recommend that you track your food and keep on tracking it the rest of your life. For me, it works best if I track my food. And talking about exercise, exercise works hand in hand with keeping your healthy lifestyle. Like you're not likely to run to McDonald's after you just worked out at the gym. And so basically, that's the methodology that I use, that I'm trying to stay on a healthy track. And then I try to go for a walk or try to do something. But again, today it's too cold outside. I just simply can't do it. So, yeah, watch out for just staying on track. And anyway, so 2 year surgiversary. I'm in maintenance stage, and I don't know if I'll ever get into Wonderland. I wish I could, but I'm totally okay with the weight I am right now. So that's great. Does anybody have any more questions that they'd like to ask Christina or anybody? Anybody have any questions? Recipes? Anything about the French horn or music? Stress makes you eat. Oh my God. Okay, so here we are, all locked up in our houses, and yes, watching TV, watching a lot of TV. And I have every streaming service under the sun. I have the Disney Channel, I have Amazon Prime, I have Netflix, I have Apple TV, I have HBO. So it's very easy to sit on the couch and start eating and snacking again. And that's what's really difficult about this, because, going outside and hanging out with your friends, or you just going shopping at the local mall. There's a giant mall just down the street, the Eaton Center. It's empty. There's nobody there. Everybody's practicing social distancing. So you're not going to go shopping. You're just going to get basic groceries and run back to your house to make sure you're not, not touching anybody. So Christina asks, how do you deal with emotional eating and or binging? It's tough. It's really tough. I tend to binge and have emotional eating when I'm watching TV. So I just basically snack on gum. I chew a lot of gum when I'm watching TV. And I make sure that there's nothing in the house. And I know that A lot of people live with other people. I have the advantage of living alone, so I just don't have the stuff in my house if I know that I'm going to eat it. So lately, I have been eating some smart food, but I buy one single small package of smart food, which equals 250 calories. Because smart food is my vice, and that smart food and chocolate. So I buy one small Cadbury chocolate bar that's 220 calories and one little bag of popcorn. And those are my late night snacks that I build into the 1200 calorie a day. When I took there was a course that was offered to me through the Toronto Western Hospital Bariatric program called Mindfulness Based Eating. When I took this, it was a 5-week meditation course about eating, about mindfulness eating. And some of the things that we had to do was and this was in the 6 months after my surgery, that we were being reintroduced to foods that we used to binge on. So it was 5 weeks, once a week, that we had to go to this program, and they had food there. So we would eat chocolate, we would eat chips, we would eat brownies, we would eat all sorts of things, but we're taught how to slow down or how to choose better products. So, for example, there was one session where the trainers brought in 2 different types of brownies. One was a homemade brownie and one was a store-bought brownie. And we had to meditate, close our eyes, and then take a bite of the brownie, of the store-bought brownie, and then wait and chew it and take our time and breathe. And then we had to take a bite of the homemade brownie. And of course, the homemade brownie was 1,000 times more delicious, and the store-bought brownie tastes like chemicals. So, oh, you have to leave the chat. See you soon. Thank you so much for joining me, Toto, and greetings and Auf Wiedersehen in Germany. Ciao, 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 ciao. In Holland, we say dag, tot ziens, because I lived in Amsterdam for 20 years, and my parents are Dutch, so I speak Dutch. I have 2 languages that I'm fluent in: English and Dutch, and music. Anyway, so what I've learned from this mindfulness based eating program is that I learned to choose high quality products. So if you are going to eat something like chocolate, don't buy crappy chocolate. Buy the best chocolate that's out there. And of course, the best chocolate out there is either German or Swiss or Belgian chocolate, and certainly not American chocolate. Not a Snickers bar, not a Mars bar, but just high quality chocolate. And if you're going to eat something, and you're going to have something like a hamburger, then don't eat the bread. Just have the hamburger. I've actually seen recipes online of a Big Mac recipe that you can make on your own at home without the bread, and it's in a bowl. It's Big Mac in a bowl. And when you think about it, it's really that the taste of the ground beef is what you like best. Leanne, hello, Leanne. Thank you. Hello from Connecticut. I just started my journey, just starting meetings with my nutritionist. I'm married with 3 teenagers, love chocolate, and agree about buying high quality. Yes. I love Lindt chocolate as well, Nida. Okay, so you just started your journey. And Leanne, did you have VSG surgery or Roux-en-Y surgery? Because we're talking about, of course, dumping syndrome. I've never experienced dumping syndrome. The dumping syndrome, of course, is more common for people that have had Roux-en-Y surgery or bypass surgery. And so there's some days where I wish I did have dumping syndrome to make sure that I didn't eat too much chocolate. Easter's coming up. And of course, what happens at Easter? You eat Easter eggs. And I must admit, I bought a bag of Cadbury eggs, little mini eggs from Cadbury, those Cadbury eggs that have the stuff inside. I ate the whole bag. Yeah, I just ate the whole bag, and that was that. But it's true. Yes, Christina says it's also often the taste is the best after the first bite. So the taste gets less. And that was interesting that we learned that also in the mindfulness-based eating program, that after you take 2 or 3 or 4 bites, the taste is not as good. So at the end of the course, we had a potluck dinner together. So everybody was to bring. So the other people in the course is this. I'm talking about the mindfulness-based eating course that I took 6 months after my surgery. There are about 12 people in the room, and we all brought different stuff. And I brought homemade pumpkin pie because it was around Thanksgiving. But somebody brought in Kentucky Fried Chicken, and another person brought in macaroni and cheese. And so the interesting thing about the mac and cheese is that it tastes great for the first 2 bites or spoonfuls, but then after that, it's pretty boring and monotonous. So then you're basically your brain is relying on the endorphin high that you get from the carbs from a mac and cheese, for example. And to this day, I have not had mac and cheese after my surgery because I used to eat mac and cheese a lot. There is this fantastic catering company here in Toronto. It's called Danielle et Danielle, and they made this amazing mac and cheese. And I used to buy it all the time. But I haven't had mac and cheese. I recently had some spaghetti, which went down fine. I can eat spaghetti just fine. But of course, it's packed with calories and carbs. So I tend to stay away from pasta altogether. And I don't eat potatoes at all. I very rarely have rice. The odd occasion I have sushi, but then I have like a 1-portion sushi that has 6 sushi rolls in the little package. So I have my favorite sushi is the salmon and avocado sushi. And that's my treat that I have. Yeah, mac and cheese is definitely real comfort food for sure. But yeah, when I was in the hospital back in September having my triple hip surgery, because as many of you know, I had hip replacement surgery back in September and it got infected 3 times. And the hospital food was so horrible. And I just couldn't believe that they weren't able to serve me bariatric friendly meals. And the most ironic thing was that I was on the same floor as the bariatric surgery floor. Yet all the people that, of course, are waking up from bariatric surgery aren't going to be eating food. They just drink water. So anyways, I was so hungry. So at one point I called Uber Eats and I had them deliver me a Harvey's hamburger and French fries. And I was only able to finish half of the hamburger, and I had like 3 French fries. That was it. And to this day, yes, I can finish a hamburger now. My stomach is big enough to eat a hamburger, but then I can only have 3 fries, and then I'm full. So, yeah, so if you just take the bread off the hamburger, that will help with the fullness because, of course, we all know with things like potatoes and rice and French fries and pasta, the ingredients, the components of it basically expand in your stomach even more. Like if you imagine when you overcook pasta, that it becomes really, really big. So if it's in your stomach and you're adding fluids, and there are fluids in your stomach, then it will expand even more and it makes you feel more full. And it's the same with bread. So anyways, Leanne asked if I am walking now. Yes, I'm walking. Actually, I've been walking all week without my cane. So it's great. So yes, there's muscle pain in the back of my leg and my bum, but I'm just trying to build up that muscle so that I don't have to walk with a cane. Does anybody else have any more questions for me? 2-year surgiversary. I've lost 230 pounds in 2 years. And it's the best decision I've ever made to do this surgery. And I'm really so much happier now. Yes, there are a lot of challenges with binge eating and with the mind games that you have when you think, oh, I'll just have 1 chocolate Easter egg or I'll have 1 bag of popcorn. But don't deny yourself of it, because that will even make you even want it more. So, like how we all are dying to get outside and go shopping again, or we're dying to invite our friends over for a cup of coffee, or invite our friends over for a party to your house. You can't do it anymore. One day we will. We don't know how long, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I'm suspecting that this is going to take at least another 3, 4, or maybe 6 months before we can get outside and go back to restaurants, which is really bad. But you know what? My parents, they lived through the Second World War in Holland. And I always use the example when I'm talking to people about self-isolation. And just think about Anne Frank, poor Anne Frank and her family. The 7 members of her family and Anne Frank were cooped up in this little room that was 450 square feet for 750 days. 750 days that they were hiding away in this room in Amsterdam. So we can do it. We can do it. We just have to hang in there. I mean, you know, just hang out on your couch, do some things, play your instrument. I can play for you now live if you like. Let's see, get a piece of music here for out and play along for you. I'll play, how about I play Hallelujah from Michael Cohen. And after that, I'll probably just sign off. Let's see if I can play the music at the same time on my computer so you guys can hear it. As let me see here. Can you hear the see if this works. Put on my speaker. Yeah. Just let me know if something goes wrong. I'm going to turn on my external speaker here so you can hear the music while I play this piece on my horn. So, can you hear the music? Can you give me a message if you can still hear me and hear the music? Just type yes in the text. Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'll get out the music here and play for you live. All right. Start it again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So it was my little mini Wendy concert for you. I don't know how much of this music is going to last on YouTube because YouTube is very strict with their copyright laws. And of course, I'm going to put underneath the copyright. Oh, you're welcome, Gail Ford. Yeah, you're welcome. Your private owned concert here. And of course, Leonard Cohen is a fantastic Canadian from Montreal. And as a matter of fact, I heard that tonight in Montreal, a lot of people are going to be singing Hallelujah on their balconies or singing some Leonard Cohen songs from their balconies. And Hallelujah, of course, made most famous by Katie Lang as well, and another Canadian. Yeah, anyways, I think that's about it today for Finding Wendy. And I hope you enjoyed my little mini broadcast here. Actually, it's turned out to be 38 minutes long. Well, a 38-minute video for me to upload would take like 3 hours. So doing live videos is also a lot easier for me editing wise. But anyways, thanks so much for joining me today. And yeah, you're welcome. I really enjoy playing again, and I'm a retired professional musician. I haven't really been in shape, but I'm trying to get back into shape because I'm trying to break up the monotony. So that's what we're all trying to do, is do stuff that keeps us away from the kitchen. The kitchen is right next to me here, and we want to stay away from the kitchen and stay on our journey, right? So pick up an instrument, learn how to play an instrument, start painting, start coloring, start writing, start doing stuff, like start a hobby. Now's the time to do it because you know, there's nothing else out there. That's you can't go shopping anymore. You can't go to restaurants anymore. You can't hang out with your friends anymore. So you might as well stay home and entertain yourself. All right. So losing my voice here. Thanks again for following me on Finding Wendy. And please like the video, but also please like my Facebook Finding Wendy page, where I post everything that I do live. I also post on my Finding Wendy page. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. Stay strong and healthy.